This could be one of the most shocking injury controversies of the World Cup so far. Ismaël Koné is now claiming that his leg was broken on purpose, and if that's true, this story could explode even more. It all happened during the heated clash between Canada and Qatar. The game was intense from the very first minute, with both teams fighting hard for every ball. But then, everything changed in a single moment. Koné went into a challenge and suddenly crashed to the ground, screaming in pain. The reaction was immediate. Players stopped, fans went silent, and medical staff rushed onto the pitch. At first, many thought it was just another strong tackle, but the way Koné reacted told a completely different story. He was holding his leg, unable to move, and it quickly became clear that this was serious. He was forced off the field, and that's when the real drama started. After the match, Koné reportedly made a shocking statement, saying that the Qatar player intentionally tried to break his leg. That accusation instantly spread across social media, and fans are now in complete debate. Some people are calling it one of the dirtiest tackles of the tournament, while others believe it was simply an unfortunate football collision. But if the medical reports confirm a major injury, this could be a huge loss for Canada. Koné has been one of the team's most important players, and losing him now could seriously affect their World Cup journey.
Nobody expected this. Ismaël Koné's injury might be way worse than anyone thought, and now his shocking accusation is making headlines everywhere. What started as a normal World Cup clash between Canada and Qatar quickly turned into pure chaos. In the middle of the match, Koné chased the ball like usual, but then came a brutal tackle that changed everything. The impact was instant. Koné dropped to the ground in pain, grabbing his leg and screaming, while players around him looked completely shocked. The referee stopped the game immediately, and medical staff rushed in. From the look on his face, you could tell this wasn't something small. He couldn't stand up, he couldn't continue, and he had to be carried off the pitch. But what happened after the match is what shocked everyone even more. Koné reportedly said that the tackle was not accidental. He believes the player meant to hurt him. That one statement changed the whole story. Now, fans are going crazy online. Some are demanding punishment for the Qatar player, saying the tackle crossed the line. Others say football is physical and injuries happen. But if Koné's leg is seriously broken, this could mean months out of action and possibly the end of his World Cup. For Canada, that would be a devastating loss. And for the tournament, it could become one of the most controversial moments yet.
What if I told you one single tackle could change everything for Canada in this World Cup? That's exactly what happened to Ismaël Koné, and now the entire football world is talking about it. It was supposed to be just another intense battle between Canada and Qatar. The pressure was high, both teams fighting for every inch on the pitch. But then, in one split second, everything changed. Koné went in for the ball, and suddenly a heavy challenge sent him crashing to the ground. The way he screamed, the way players reacted, you could instantly feel that something was seriously wrong. Medical staff rushed in, and the atmosphere inside the stadium completely changed. Koné couldn't even get back on his feet, and when he was taken off the pitch, fans already feared the worst. But the real shock came after the game. Reports started spreading that Koné believes the tackle wasn't accidental at all, that it was done intentionally. That claim has now sparked massive debate. Was it a reckless tackle? Was it a dirty move? Or was it simply football at full intensity? What makes this even bigger is that Koné is one of Canada's most important players. Losing him now could completely change their World Cup path. And if the injury is as serious as it looks, this might only be the beginning of a much bigger story. Because new details are still coming out. And what happened after that tackle?
This wasn't just an injury. This might be the moment that changes Canada's entire World Cup. And what Ismaël Koné said after the match made it even crazier. The game against Qatar was already intense, but nobody expected it to turn into this.
Midway through the match, Koné was pushing forward, trying to control the ball, when suddenly a hard challenge came flying in. The contact looked brutal. Koné dropped instantly. No hesitation, no movement, just pain. The stadium fell silent as medical staff rushed to him, and even the players looked worried. For a few seconds, nobody knew how serious it was. But when Koné couldn't get up, that's when everyone realized this was bad. Really bad. He had to leave the pitch, and Canada immediately looked shaken. But then came the part nobody saw coming. After the match, Koné reportedly claimed the tackle was intentional. Not reckless, intentional. That accusation has now turned this injury into one of the biggest talking points of the tournament. Fans are split. Some believe the challenge was far too aggressive and should never have happened. Others say emotions run high in football, and these moments are part of the game. But if Koné is right, then this story is far from over. Because now people are waiting for the medical update, the referee's report, and possibly even disciplinary action. And what those results reveal could completely change how this incident is remembered.
One tackle, one scream, and now one shocking accusation that could shake this entire World Cup. Ismaël Koné's injury is becoming much bigger than anyone expected. It happened so fast. Canada were pushing forward, trying to build momentum against Qatar, when suddenly Koné got caught in a dangerous challenge. At first, it looked like a normal collision. But then, everything changed. Koné hit the ground hard and immediately grabbed his leg, clearly in serious pain. The reaction from everyone on the pitch said it all. Teammates rushed over, the referee stopped play, and the medical team ran in without wasting a second. That's when fans knew this wasn't just another injury. Koné couldn't walk. He had to be helped off, and the concern on Canada's bench was obvious. But what happened after the match made the whole situation even more intense. Koné reportedly claimed that the challenge was done on purpose, a huge accusation. And now, people everywhere are replaying the moment, trying to decide for themselves. Was it intentional? Was it reckless? Or was it simply one of those brutal moments football sometimes brings? The biggest fear right now is the medical report. Because if the injury is serious, Canada could lose one of their most important players right when they need him the most. And now the biggest question remains. Was it really deliberate, or was it just a horrible accident? Because if Koné's claim is true, this could turn into one of the biggest scandals of the tournament. Tell me in the comments, was it intentional or just part of football?